everyone. I'm Meryl Yan, streaming from Dumaguete Negros Oriental. Campus life is that part of your life that you will relive in your memories until you breathe your last. And we're here now to recall the past, reconcile the present, and rally the future with Decades La Salle. Today, we're joined by some pretty legendary guests. And when we say legendary, we don't speak very lightly because true to who they are as pioneers of what was called Manila Sound and eventually led to being called OPM or Original Pinoy Music, our two guests are full-blooded Lasallians from elementary to high school all the way to college. And their songs might be familiar to not just their generation, but even more so now, today, and have stood the test of time. I would like to introduce two multi-talented, iconic composers, musicians, performers, and they are two of the founding members of Hotdog, who have created the anthem Manila, and of course the wonderful theme, Ikaw ang Miss Universe ng Buhay Ko. So please welcome everyone, Mr. Lorrie Ilustre, all the way from Las Vegas, and Mr. Mon Torralba,
Hello.
who is currently based in Canada. So hello, Sir Lorrie. Hi, Sir Mon. Thank you so much for
Hello,
doing it.
Mariel.
Hello, everybody. Fellow
Hello,
Lasallians who are watching.
Lasallians, relatives and friends. Hello.
So of course we're here because we want to reminisce about the old days in LaSalle. But I'm super curious because right off the bat, I want to ask you about the year, which was 1974. And I think it was a very auspicious time because not only was it the year that you broke into the music scene, I think you guys created what is now OPM, no? And you were still in school. You were in De La Salle University. Could you take us through that? If you can walk down memory lane for us.
Well, I was second year college then. I was taking BSc, majoring in accounting. So I was already in a band before. We were in the bands before we were in high school. But when I got the call and they're putting up a new band, so we got together and that was it. I was still studying. And during that time, well, we got famous. We didn't know that we'll become famous and do some recordings and a lot of shows. So, but I promised my parents I'll finish my college, my studies, because we were already earning at that time. So, I mean, most of the people will drop out, but I promised my parents I'll finish my degree, and I did. I was able to finish even while performing at night, So, yeah, Mon, you first.
Oh yeah. Before I went to university, my dad asked me the question, do you want to study or just play in a band? And that was a pretty tough question. So I said, I can do both. And I promised myself I'm going to finish my studies because I need that in the future, which I didn't know then that I was going to Canada. But I entered first year university. In the middle of it, I was called to join this band, Hotdog. And so we were quartered actually in a house in Dasmariñas. We were rehearsing there, and that's it.
The rest is history. And you were also at that particular turning point in LaSalle's history when the university became co-ed, no?
Oh yes, yeah. First year when I entered the university, I saw about 70, 80 girls. Kawawa naman sila kasi LaSalle has always been male, all male. And then this 70 girls came in, and everyone was in the corridor, along the corridors. You know that long corridor on the north side of. So everyone was there on the side watching the girls. I feel so sorry for them.
I
Yeah,
Yeah.
heard that.
I don't really know when the co-ed started because 72 first year my first year college, we had cross enrollees. A few of them from mostly from St. Paul's. A few actually, I think bihira yung close lang to La Salle. So they were cross enrollees, and then I think in second year, my second year, 73 na yon. I don't know, maybe your batch mon. Siguro that's
Oo,
when they turned officially co-ed because may uniform na sila eh.
meron
Nagkaroon
na
sila
nga.
ng
Oo.
uniform before they would just come in.
Yeah, it was 1973 when De La Salle
70.
officially became co-ed. And a year
Okay,
later,
correct ako.
1974, that's when you guys, yeah, blasted through the music industry, and created what is the Manila Sound or Pinoy pop. Could you share more about that experience? Did you imagine that you would become the the icons that you are?
Not really because we were just during that time we just wanted to play music, record our own materials. I think that's the thing that we what we did before. We created what do you call this originals because before nobody did before we were called Filipino musicians placado means we were good at copying things.
Covers.
Puro ganun
Yeah.
lang, puro foreign. Covers, everything was foreign. People, the pop scene, I'm talking about the pop scene, not the traditional, because the traditional Filipino music was always there. But it was
Mm-mm.
on the AM stations, and the teenagers wouldn't listen to that. Wala silang identity eh. Now we were able to create our own identity, writing our own songs. So, which the teenagers and the in masa accepted doing originals. Oy, bago to. That's why it was a revolution. It was a big change. It was a big
Mm-mm.
change in 74. Somebody writing. There were simple songs. We started with very simple lyrics and melodies, but at least it got through
Mm-mm.
the socials, and they make tusuk-tusuk, something, language
Hanggang
kasi
ngayon,
Taglish eh.
hanggang ngayon,
Doon
ganun
nag
pa rin sa
doon
lingo.
nag-umpisa yun eh. Hanggang
And
Yeah,
your
ngayon,
we
first,
kept.
Taglish.
Sermon, yes, you were
Go
gonna
ahead,
say.
Yeah,
Mike.
that's true. We capitalize on colloquial language.
Mm-mm.
Yun nga um, yung mga Koreana noon, they were Taglish.
Mm-mm.
So that being the case, this is a new sort of new language or a variation of the Tagalog uh, called Taglish, and we capitalize on that. And nag-hit naman. We never expected it to be a hit, yung Miss Universe and then the First Lab. We never expected that. I never imagined. It was surreal, really. Nung nakita ko, narinig ko ang isang naglilinis ng window sa Raon singing my song, yung kinompose kong First Love. I was really in shock. Like, well, bizarre. Sabi ko, ano nangyayari? Bakit kinakanta nito? Kalalabas lang nitong single na to.
Mhm.
And then it hit me. Yeah, we
And the
were,
Miss Universe song, Ikaw ang Miss Universe ng Buhay Ko, was also in the same year na we had a Miss Universe, no?
Talagang tinime yun for that one eh.
Mm-mm.
Ah, yung release tong Miss Universe tsaka yung the first Miss Universe pageant to be held here in the Philippines, talagang sinabay yung parang sumakay ka din eh. So timing na timing din eh. And
yung
during the
makiki,
time Meryl, yung umpisa, nobody wanted to record us. Nobody, they all declined
Wow.
offers. No recording company wanted to record us. At
That's
the last resort
amazing.
na lang yung Villar Records did, yung ganun ba, sila nagsugal eh.
Mm.
Sila invested on that because yung Villar Records naman, the dad, the older Villar, si Manoling, si Cam Manoling, was into traditional music. Talagang yun ang pinopromote niya. Hindi rin ko mabuhay
Mm.
singers. Talagang meron siya noon. Pero wala silang pop. And then yung mga anak niya, mga bata sila, Ronnie Villar, they accepted us. They were the first ones who signed us up. But talagang lahat ng mga recording companies decline. Ayaw nila, denied.
Malaking
Denied
pagsisisi
our.
yun.
Pero
And
eventually they
also,
got us too.
and yung First Love, because Sermon, you wrote that song, and hindi ko makakalimutan yung lyrics, yung tigyawat sa ilong. Kasi talagang, it captured the puberty, the teenage phase. Uh,
Oh,
how did you go
yeah.
about the creative process, no?
Well, the story is, okay, noon na kami, it was, Miss Universe was the first recording we did.
Mm.
And so, because it was playing on the radio and there were so many requests for it, uh, hindi ko alam, si Dennis pala, nakipag, sa Villar, to record another song. So,
Dennis Garcia
Garcia,
is
yeah, yeah.
Garcia.
um may he rest in peace.
The late Dennis
The late Dennis
Garcia.
Garcia.
So I wasn't expecting to really write a song, but it so happened that about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Dennis approached me with some long lyrics, and I was trying to. He said, "You think you can create music for this?" So yung lyrics na yon, I studied it. I browsed through it, and I said, I'm gonna cut it short. Kasi noon, um, ang rule sa recording is your song has to be less than 4 minutes.
Mm.
And so yun nasa thought process ko, sabi ko, okay, edit ko to, and then I created the melody. This was 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Dennis set up a recording at 8 a.m. the next day. So it had to be really a rush, but I don't want to rush it. I said, leave me alone. I was all alone in that room where we rehearsed. And
Mhm.
then I started tinkering on it, tinkering on playing the guitar. And I had this inspiration of, why don't I create a song without any chorus? Like, I'm just going to tell a story.
Mhm.
So to cut it short, I did the music for that and the composition in about 3 hours. So I called
Wow.
Ella over and told her or taught her the melody of the song. So we rehearsed until about 1 a.m. The next morning we were there at Villar recording it. I was coaching Ella. Lorrie didn't even know. We just talked in the recording studio, and I told Lorrie, here are the chords. It's very simple. I don't want any drums. It was just bass, piano, um, and guitar. So I put in the tracks for the bass first, and then I put in the guitar, and I asked Lorrie to do the keyboard part of that. And then,
And
yeah,
Ella is Ella Del Rosario, the first female lead singer or vocalist, no, for Hotdog.
correct.
And Sir
Yes.
Laurie, you were instrumental in wrangling Sermon and uh, Ma'am Ella into Hotdog, no, into being the founding six members of Hotdog. How did you convince them?
Yes. No, it was easy because Ella was our singer in high school. We had a rock band before during high
Mm.
school. Mon had his own band also, but Ella, we were playing. We used during that time, parties. You had a live band, so we played, parties for Assumption, and that's where we met Ella, and we asked her, "You want to join us?" That was in high school. So when we were forming the group for Hotdog, and they needed because in the beginning we didn't have any female singer. Just remember, there were so many other members in the beginning before we got the kumbaga
The
first
core.
six. When you have a basketball volleyball team, you have a lot of people and players, no, and then you eliminate, some can't make it, and some are not di bagay, so ang dami, no, marami yun. If you will see, if I could only post yung mga original na unang-una, we didn't have we had a male singer, tapos we had two drummers, and iba-iba until we formed na nasala na filter, and we ended up with a six. And then there is just Mon, Ella, and myself. Yun. So, yun yung umpisa na six. So, ka-member ko din sila. I called them na naghahanap. So, it wasn't easy. They came, and, we hanged around and jammed, and yun, sila na. Nakuha na sila.
And honestly, when we were conceptualizing this podcast, you guys were at the top of our dream guest list, no? Our dream interviewees. Because of course, podcasts being, audio primarily, we're also thinking, what are the songs, what are the sounds that encapsulate Manila? Of course, LaSalle being in Manila, which leads us, of course, to the song Manila. How was that? And how does it feel to hear that, decades later, it was I think in the ASEAN, no? When the Filipino athletes were paraded, that was the song that
Oh,
was
yeah.
playing.
Oh, that was a few years, just a few years back. Am I correct? Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And it's nice
Yeah.
kasi songs from back in the days are still being re-recorded, and doing another different versions, and people still know and play them, especially in lahat ng mga bands. When you go to lounge or concerts, they still sing our songs. And ang sarap naman yun na ano mo. And the important thing there, Marilyn, is yung medyo na-inspire mo yung other people to write songs. Because doon na
Mm-mm.
nag-umpisa yun eh. Original, hindi naman nila alam kung ano may original na yan. Uy, bagong tunog yun. So lahat, even the industry, the music industry, kumita sila dun eh. Daming pera eh. Kumita sila dun. So
Mm-mm.
lahat umikot eh, nag-develop eh. So medyo lumaki yung music industry natin, yung pop. I'm talking about pop. Kasi marami yan, mayroong Pinoy rock eh. Iba may Pinoy folk eh.
Mm-mm.
Iba-iba yan. Ito
Mm-mm.
yung pop. So kanya-kanyang departamento yun eh. So yun lang ang pinakamasaya ko, because na-inspire yung other people to write other beautiful songs. Kasi after that, yung mga from simple songs, naging seryoso na yan eh. Lumabas na sila George Canseco, naging serious yan. Doon nag-shift na to OPM. Nawala na yung Manila Sound. Naging OPM na. Original Filipino music. They were concerned, oy, ito, this was written by a Filipino. So wherever you are, basta Pinoy ka, you wrote something, it's OPM. Ano nila.
Ang
Sermon.
siguro ang ano natin is how songs are really recorded and composed. It's actually a collaboration when we get to the studio. So sometimes it's not really created or arranged, and we talk about it's a recording studio on how to attack this. Like, we were always we wanted to do something different, to sound different. So Manila was a case, as in other songs, na nagko-collaborate kami ng ideas on how to really make this song commercial or a hit. And I really am in awe when Lorrie arranged the string and horn section. May string ba yun? Horns lang, di ba?
Wala,
Horn
horse,
section ang
horse.
ano. And it was funny kasi hindi ko akalain when we were doing the rhythm, Rene and I were talking about it. So this is how we're gonna do it. This is how we're gonna attack it with the guitar and bass. I'm not sure kung ako nag-bass or si Rene, but pareho kasi ang note ng bass tsaka ng ano. So yeah, so we did the rhythm section first, and Lorrie did the awesome arrangements for the horn section. And that really
Burial during sorry.
and that was
Go ahead.
what made the sound so different, bouncy, and there it is. It's a big hit.
Yeah. Sir Lorrie?
Okay, yeah, I was saying during yung Manila, yung bands before, ano yun eh, yung kung ano yung nadidinig nyo sa Hotdog was not done by one person, two people. It's always six. All of us contributed to what that sound. It's not like I'm a musical director. I go to a recording studio. I have my sound already written on paper and I hand it over and there's a band playing. Iba yun eh. Kasi that sound came from me. That sound that you hear is from the six. Doon lang ginagawa yun eh. If some of our listeners here have watched yung Beatles, yung Get Back, yung ang tagal-tagal, wala nangyayari, ganun. Kami, ganun araw, nandun lang kayo, tapos kwentuhan, anong gagawin natin ito. Ganun lang yun, yung story yun, even the intro, maraming beses, because before songs in the 30s, 40s, merong parang intro na song that is not connected with the body of the song eh. That's what Rene wanted. Paano ba yung ganun? He didn't have any harmony at that time, so I had to create that, yung piano accompanying yung intro niya. Ganun lang yun. And tapos yung kabit-kabit, and then yung yung drums, si Jess naman yun. Lahat, si Rene, ideas niya. Well, tapos siyempre, of course, lyrics ni Dennis, tsaka melody ni Rene. So it was everybody's, yung contribution. That sound, lahat kaming gumawa nun. Kanya-kanyang, yun yung noon, yung kung how bands work before. Yun.
And I think that's why until now it's still fresh. I think it's hit that unique 0.001% where it can transcend across all the generations. I also want to ask kung paano nyo na-balance yung school life nyo with your gig life, no? Kasi, of course, being a student of LaSalle, saan kayo tumatambay? Do you even get to sleep with all the gigs that you have to do? And accounting pa your course, Sir Lorrie, and then Sir Mon, you went into advertising, no?
Yeah, but I wanted, ambisyoso ko eh. I wanted Liacom, right? And when Hotdog became so busy, I dropped the comp part. So liberal arts. And kami yung first batch ng mass communication major sa LaSalle. So ang mga teachers namin doon, like the likes of Claude Dualdo Del Mundo, a known screenplay writer, si Gil Portes, si even sino ba itong Enriquez sa GMA? Enriquez, one of the si Mike, yeah.
Oh, he was your instructor. Oh, wow.
Nagturo.
Mike Enriquez, yes, the anchor, yeah.
Si Mike Enriquez, but I was surprised his subject was not connected to mass communication. He actually taught economics. So, naging teacher ko yun. So, magagaling yung mga teachers namin doon with film and all the uh, all the communication arts. Ano. So, yeah, it was a good time. Really, sa Lasal. I had a good time there.
Yeah, Dr. Clodoaldo Del Mundo is my
May-
mentor, and he was, I think he still is the head of communications.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Inabot mo pa yon?
Mm.
Wow.
And ang galing
Hanggang
because
ngayon daw, nandun pa hanggang ngayon daw, nandun pa eh.
Professor
Wow.
Emeritus na siya. Oo. Oh, may
Wow.
Latin emeritus.
That's amazing.
Mm.
Here we are, retired na.
And your batchmates also with director Joey Javier, no?
Joey Javier. Is that, kabatch ko ba yun? Maybe another Joey Javier. Bata pa ba yun?
Film?
Yeah, film, the director.
Film? Ay, baka Joy
Anyway.
Reyes.
Yeah, Joey Javier
Joey
Reyes.
Reyes?
Yeah, that's him, Joey Javier Reyes.
Batchmate ko si Joey. Batchmate ko from grade school till ano, pero hindi ko nagiging classmate yun kasi honor section yun eh. Parati nasa honor section si Joey. And he started as a writer. Yan. And where you were asking about the Salle, yung ano, hirap din magbalance nung school, but I knew I just had to finish. Kaya hindi daw, yung kailang honors pa ako dun sa ano. So I was just going to school and doing the yung playing, performing sa weekends or sometimes during weekdays meron kaming tugtog at saka mga recording and rehearsals. So, ang pinakasikreto ko doon, lahat ng teacher ko may plaka.
And Sir Monyo.
Lahat,
yeah, Sir Lorrie. Yeah, lahat sila may autograph.
Lahat binibigyan ko ng plaka yun ng mga teacher para matandaan ako.
Ganun ka rin pala ha, Lorrie. I didn't know. Which really,
Sikreto lang basta.
Ayun nga eh. Kasi sa yearbook namin, naka-mention doon dates honors list ako. In spite of the busyness, right? So, ang mindset ko noon is really, okay, how busy, you can't be that busy not to study and you know, to write the tests. In fact, in all my years, I was exempted sa math. So, yeah, and ganun din, medyo lambing-lambing sa teacher. Ito na yung signed, binibigyan namin ng records. Ito na yung sign pa namin yun. And of course, they were so proud of us. God bless them.
And Sir Mon, you went into J. Walter Thompson, no? So you were also responsible for many memorable jingles.
Yes, that's true. What I can't forget is because ginamit ko rin si Lorrie doon eh. The Glade Mist commercial na nagpiapiano yung maliit na bata. And I used Lorrie for that. Lorrie, maliin mo yung nota. Kasi parang bata. And then the dad came in, put a rhythm to it. And then nung nag-spray ang nanay ng Glade Mist, naging orchestra, and Lorrie also arranged that.
I have to dig that. I have to dig for that commercial. So hopefully we can insert it into this podcast.
And another one is the Ford Fiera, yung Matirang Matibay. I did that with the late Mario Hernandez. So it's funny how we did that because because it's toughness. I had parang country yung ginawa namin ni Mayo, and then I had to mute my guitar, put a handkerchief there so that it will sound like a banjo.
Oh.
Ganito kami noon, nag-iisip kami ng paraan para ganyan. Everything is manual, iisipin mo kung paano mo and then there was a part na paakyat yung track na ganon. And I asked the drummer, usually a drummer, pag ganyan mag-roll eh. I asked Jun Regalado, oh, i-reverse mo ngayon yung role pag ganito. And
Oh.
for some drummers, it's very difficult kasi sanay na sanay sila pag ganon. Anyway, some of
Wow.
the things I did, yeah.
And aside from your shared history in Hotdog, Sir Lorrie and Sir Mon, both of you share, both your dads hail from Batangas, no?
Incidentally,
Ibaan?
my dad, yeah, we're distant cousins, Lori. Alam mo naman sa maliit na town,
Mm-mm.
everyone is kamag-anak.
Mm-mm.
So, and yun, yeah, yung dad ko, yung tatay ko, happened to be, he's wise. Nagturo siya sa Lasal so that, makapag-aral kami doon. So, yeah, because usually, pag inaano mo ang taga-Lasal mayaman, no, we're not. We're just middle class. But wise ang tatay ko because he decided to teach in Lasal. So, me and my siblings
Mm.
went there for free. So, ganon. And then, nung umalis na siya, went to insurance, we had to pay for our tuition. Sorry. So, yun nga, kaya, kaya nung nag-hotdog kami, I'm so proud I was able to help my parents. Sabi ko, oh, ako na magbabayad ng tuition ko. And that went on till I graduated.
Wow. And Sir Lorrie, after Hotdog,
Yeah.
you're instrumental on so many other musical acts like VST. Another iconic song is I was almost gonna say it. Awitin mo at isasayaw ko. And also Apo Hiking Society. So how was that, working with other artists this time around?
Because even during my time with when I was still in Hotdog, I was already doing other stuff because well, first of all, I wanted to learn. I did know all these things. I was just a band member, banda lang tayo. So I used to when we guest in TV shows, there's always an orchestra then, and I would talk to the musicians, to the older musicians, and tell me stories and teach me, "Oh, how's that? Oh, it's like this, like that." So I learned by just asking around. I didn't study formal training. Well, I studied when I was a kid. I studied piano, of course, but no formal training. I wish I had studied in a music school instead of taking accounting. But during that time, you had to have a second. I mean, an education so that because being a musician is not a stable profession during that time. Mababantingin yan eh. Mababantingin, musician ka lang eh. So you have to have lahat, tingnan mo lahat yan. Even our what we call this, our si Maestro Ryan, 'di ba? Ryan Kayabyab also study account parang puro accounting kami mga ano, puro lahat nag-aral yan eh. Pero hindi, kasi kailangan nga yun ang ano ng parents eh. So I was already doing other stuff, and then after when after Hotdog, I started doing a lot of recording. Started Sharon Cuneta. I did her puro starter ako eh. Ano ba Sharon? Mr. DJ, kahit paputi ng buhok mo, I did all that. Sa Apo, I was musical director for 13 years, and ginawa ko yung verse kila Danny, yung mga Doobie-Doo and American Junk, Ewan. Then they always call me pagka yung kailangan nila ng something new, like yung sa VST. VST wala namang name hindi namang grupo yung VST. It was just Tito Vic and Joey and myself eh. nire-record lang namin yan and then lumalabas na yan eh. So,
Mm-mm.
gawa lang ako ng gawa, VST, Hagibis, por sa ano yun, ganun. And that was in the recording. I also went to advertising, 20 plus years akong writing jingles for
Mm.
different Jay Walter is one. Madalas ako sa Asachi, ganyan. Marami akong accounts I did. Of course, ito, matandaan nyo, San Miguel Beer was my account.
Mm.
Ako yung gumawa ng iba may pinagsamahan. Iba may
Mm.
pinagsamahan, San Miguel. That was mine and ang tagal nilang ginagamit yun. Different
Mm.
versions. Tapos I'm sure you alam niyo yung Hallmark, No One Throws
Mm.
Away Memories, ni
Wow.
Richard Tan. So, yun, commercials. Then I went to film. I worked with Mike De Leon, who's also my cousin. So, I made 4 films with him. Hanggang ngayon, nilalabas pa. It's now being shown sa
Mm.
saan ba to? Sa Paris yata or
Yeah, Kisap
somewhere. Meron kung
Mata,
anong
Batch
Baka-baka.
batch
81.
8.
Mm. Mm.
Kakaba was the first one. And then, ano nga ba yung isa? Bayaning Third World.
Bayaning
Which,
Circle.
yun, I earned the I won 3 Urian for scoring. So, lahat yung pinasok ko, film, advertising, live shows, recording. So, doon ako napunta.
Lagari si Lorrie, no? I see him all over the place.
Hindi naman.
And
Nagkaroon ng
sir,
chance na. Yeah, go ahead.
no,
Go
no,
ahead, yeah.
I was gonna ask naman Sir Mon, because you went to Canada in 1981.
Yeah, before that though, I was the last remaining original member of Hotdog with Rene and Dennis. Sila na lang ang natira at saka ako. After 5 albums with the core group, nagpunta pa kami ng Malaysia and Hong Kong. Nagkagig kami doon. And after Hong Kong, I left the group and I have this I was called by Nonay Tan and telling me that he wanted me to join their group, a new recording group called Wadab. And I don't know if you know the song Pag Tumatagal Tumitibay. That was the first cut for Wadab. And nakakatawa nga kasi sabi ko, Wadab, isn't that Davao? Bakit nyo ako imemembro? I'm Batanggenyo. So I'm the only one out of the parang hindi ako I don't belong. So anyway, I helped them and it just I helped them and actually most of their songs ako ang sumulat ng lyrics. Probably about 9 of the 12 songs. And I also created melody for that. I have my composition with lyrics. Ano bang title? Forgot. Ilalapit kita. Yeah, disco tune. And then, while doing that, I was with advertising. I was with J. Walter Thompson. And then finally, kulit na ako sa mga sa kapatid ko at sa parents ko na nasa Canada. Come on, try Canada. And I said, I'm okay here. I'm doing great here. Sabi na, just subukan mo lang kung ayaw mo umuwi ka ulit. Then I did submit my application there, and lo and behold, it was really a surprise because before that, my brother and sister applied, and they were waiting for 4 months to get a reply from the Canadian Embassy. When I submitted mine, I got a telegram for an interview. So the next week, ano ako, sabi ko, what is this? What's happening? Bakit ang bilis-bilis? And I wasn't even serious about it. So nagpunta ako sa interview unprepared, really. But something magical happened there sa interview na I wasn't expecting to reverse the interview. I was the one asking the question to the consul. Tawa nga ng tawa yung consul eh. Kasi usually, when you go for an interview, you prepare, you have to know about the place where
history.
you're going to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
No,
grill
I
you.
didn't know. I wasn't serious because kung ma-deny ako, it's okay. I'm doing well in the Philippines. But after 30 minutes, sabi nung ano, oh, well, you're okay. Your next step is medical. So I was surprised. I even asked him, talaga, like, did I really pass this interview? Because I never expected it. So it was a rush thing. 1 month after that, nakalipad na ako sa Canada. And the rest is history. I never left Canada. No regrets at all. Thank you, Canada. Um, Kasi it's the best place to be, to raise a family. I can vouch for that. Yeah.
And I think Sir Lorrie and Sir Mon, both of you, because you're based abroad, no? But I can see that you've become ambassadors of the Philippines. Unofficially, no? But by spreading your music, working with the communities there, how has it been? And is this also something that you went into by accident or uh, something you've always wanted to do?
Which one? Which one yung helping? What?
Like working with the community, the Filipino communities there, having concerts, festivals. Uh, mhm.
You
Si Mon yung si kay Mon yung mga festival. Akin man wala akong masyadong I didn't have anything, wala akong mga masyadong organizations. But one thing I've been trying to help is the status of musicians,
Mhm.
artists. Even when I was young, because I belong to a musical family, both my father's side, Ilustre, Batangas, puro musicians lahat yan. My grandfather was a composer during Rizal's time.
Wow.
My mother's side, Bencamino, all the Bencaminos, Willie Cruz, it's my cousin Willie Cruz, Mike De Leon, Ceci
Mhm.
Lica, the pianist, Nonong Bencamino, all the Bencaminos are ano. So I grew up with musicians family, and I've seen their struggles. And
Mhm.
since I was young, I always looked, even even the marching bands. When I was small, I would see them. I would see them hungry, but still playing. So even when I was in
Mhm.
school in La Salle, maybe a lot of people don't know this. When I got to, because when in grade school, let's go to our school. Okay, I'm going there because yun yung umpisa eh. From the grade school, I was in the Rondalia. I played the
Mhm.
guitar, and then later on, because I was tall, Mon's dad was our teacher there, so he let me study the bass, the upright bass, because I was one of the tallest in school. So gusto niya mag-bass ako. So from there, Rondalia, when we went to, because they took out the high school from Taft, so we had to transfer
Mhm.
to Green Hills. When I went to Green Hills, medyo iba yun. Iba yung Green Hills grade school, iba yung Taft eh. Magkakaiba
Mhm.
yun. Although we belong to the same, syempre sa umpisa, medyo hindi kayo magkakasundo eh. But when I got there, siyempre may activities, about organization are you gonna join? Nakita ko yung meron ang kudirana yata nun, pero hindi pa yung like the kudirana that you know now. Iba, pero nakita ko yung LaSalle Green Hills band. It's a marching band. Yung band,
Mhm.
yung school band, hindi ba combo but yung marching band na gano'n. So I joined first year ako, I joined the band.
Mhm.
Okay, fast forwarding, bakit concerned? When I entered there, walang masyado mga banda lang, skeleton lang sila. So I brought all my barkadas from Taft who didn't know how to play, who didn't know how to read. I taught them, pinasok ko doon, and doon kami nagkasama-sama. So lumakas yung LaSalle Green Hills Band. And when during that time, nakikita ko, hindi, tumutugtog kami, lahat sa mga, all those games, hindi
Mhm.
pinapakain ang banda. And I was so concerned with that. So, nagreklamo ako, hindi, principal pa, no, you're supposed to, no, sabi ko, kailangan ko makain, ano. So, from that time on, pag may tugtog yung banda, may pagkain kami, may pagkain sila. And then, to top it all, the thing that I talagang inano ko is, nakikita ko dun sa other universities eh. Pag may banda ka, libre tuition. I fought for that. And a lot, I don't know whoever, sino pa ano, pero I got that, nagkaroon kami ng ano, tuition, sila what do you call this? Parang grant. So, una, it was 25%. Parang sabi ng iba, 100% pa sila eh. That if you're a band member, free tuition ka in school. And I was also able to use that in college. May discount ako when I went back to Taft. So, yun yung akin yung so doon nang start ng ano. So I always cared for musicians. Nakikita ko sometimes they don't treat them well, So parating kailangan inaayos mo sila. So even now, pag ako may project, may concert, akong musical director, I always take care of my band. Wala nagrereklamo doon. Ganon. So, yun ang pinakaano ko, yung to uplift that's why nga mag-50 years, gusto ko makita nila, saan kayo nang galing? Huwag yung sirain, because there's a system that you put in place, not only but also sa recording and live performances. Pero kami nilagay niyan, it's all there. But some people, they don't want to follow, so nasisira yung sistema, nagka-crumble. And what happens when it crumbles? We work for that for 50 years, what they have now and enjoying now. Ngayon, yabang mo eh. I'm a singer, I'm a band member. Yabang mo ko, nung araw, hindi ka pwede magyabang eh. Wala ko, musician ka lang, ganun lang. Ganun lang ang tingin. Even the older musician that yung sinundan ko, yun ang kwento nila. Yun ang mga hinagpis nila eh. Levi Celerio. Yan, di ba? Alam naman kilala naman yung si Levi Celerio. Lahat ng ginagawa niya, yung mga ginagawa niya, mga lyrics, at mga kanta. Sila ayaw nila ng musiko. Ayaw nila tawag nila musikero. Gusto nila musiko. Para dignified. Para gusto nila magkaroon ng dignity. And that's what we've been trying to, to achieve. Magkaroon ng dignity. Yung ating profession, being a musician, being an artist. Musikero, ayaw niya nun eh. Magagalit sila yung matatanda. Kasi parang tubero ka lang. Tubero, karpintero. Easy job. Anybody can do it. Pero gusto nila parang musiko, parang abogado ka. Parang guru, parang ganon. Parang hindi basta-basta ordinary, kailangan pinaghihirapan mo. Because being a musician, hindi naman basta-basta ganon lang yan eh. Kaya naman tumutog. So yun lang ang aking is trying to uplift the standards of the musicians. And an artist, of course, also.
Give love with Lasallian Giving. Lasallian Giving is a new online donation facility that calls us to spread love for our Lasallian mission. Please visit the Lasallian Giving portal to donate via e-wallet or online banking, or go to any of our over-the-counter payment centers to support dlsu. Lasallian friends and alumni may donate any amount to the following projects and campaigns: scholarships for Lasallian Legacy Fund, sports, culture and arts, infrastructure and facilities, this podcast, and Santuario de la Salle. Leave a legacy, strengthen our animo. Give now at www.dlsu.edu.ph/give. So, Lorrie, you're very humbled because I know for a fact you musically direct many Filipino acts, practically all of them when they visit the US, especially where you are, Las Vegas. So I think it counts, but on top of your advocacy of uplifting the musicians. And of course, Mon, you have a very direct line with the Filipino community there, no?
Yeah, it's funny, before we go into that, na-mention ni Lorrie about the rondalla and the upright bass. I actually have a picture of that with me on the bass, on that double bass.
Wow.
And practically, or sinusundan ko si Lorrie because he was one batch ahead, right? Hindi ko naman ginagaya, but it so happened na one batch ahead si Lorrie. So nagrondalya ako, and I'm sure Lorrie also handled all these instruments from bandurria to octavina to laud to guitar to the upright bass. And that was our training before. And humbly speaking, kumakanta ako noon. I mean, I joined the singing contest from grade 4 to grade 7, and I got the gold medal for each year, solo singing. But I got rid of it. I concentrated on my guitar and ganon. And so going to the Canadian community, I was challenged in 1998 centennial year of independence. I was asked to do the entertainment to be the entertainment chair for the Mabuhay Festival in 1998. It was an 18-day affair sa Canadian National Exhibition, which is pinuno ko yan ng entertainment and actually we were given an award for being the most attended featured country ng CNE.
Wow.
Because we brought in Banda Kawayan. And Banda Kawayan, of course, yung mga puti, they were amazed. How can this band play disco, Macarena, and all that with bamboo instruments? So they were so amazed. And each day, the crowd was packing up do sa CNE. And after that, I rested for a while. They were asking me to do the second year. I rested. And then finally, in 2007, my wife and I were walking along our area there. Doon kami nakatira. And there's this harborfront center na nagkakaroon ng festival, and we didn't see any Filipino festival there. So we thought about it. We were having a bagel, I think, or a croissant along the waters of Ontario, right? And I said, why don't we do this? Why don't we do a festival, call it Filipinos Making Waves? Because, the Philippines is surrounded by water, surrounded by waves, energy. So in all these festivals, before us, they had Filipino name, Buhay, Kalaya, or whatever. And I said, we are in North America. We are in Canada. So we might as well name it hindi naman Filipino. So I called it Filipinos Making Waves so that it can relate to the mainstream. So it was an intriguing name, actually. And we did a festival from 2007 up to 2013. Actually, Justin Trudeau was not prime minister, and he guested in our 2013 Filipinos Making Waves Festival. So I'm involved with the community. And I always share my experiences with the talents, with the singers and all that. I said, yung mga young singers, I teach them, the values of being a musician and all these core values of which I learned from the police. Kasi doon ako nagtrabaho. And sabi ko sa kanila, make sure you finish your studies. Because ako, without it, probably mahina ang score ko sa Canada. When I presented my university diploma, in-interview ako ng police. Of all organizations, I applied sa advertising agencies. No, I was rejected kasi being a new Canadian, I don't know the demographics. Understandably, I can't copyright about a place I don't know. So this last application I had was for the police kasi sabi ko, ang taas na sweldo ng clerk dito. At that time, 1981,
Mhm.
$16 is good money. $16 an hour. So I applied, not thinking I'm gonna get it, kasi look, at that time I was 98 pounds. I had long hair. I looked like an addict. And very out of character, tinanggap nila ako. So I started as a clerk there until I studied and retired as an IT technical analyst.
What's one of your fondest memories of being in school? I know it's way back, but it can be something mundane, like saan ba kayo tumatambay noon? Or um, yun nga, would you change, in the campus to head to a gig? Or I'd like to, paint a picture for our viewers or for our listeners of that time.
During
That
that time,
time,
ang ano kasi, ang pinaka, well, the most memorable, siyempre, parati, high school. High school is the best year of your life. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
crazy.
College, iba na yung college eh. High school, enjoy kaming college, ang high school kami. Lahat puro barkada lang. And then, of course, yun nga yun na tayo, yung nabuo ko yung Salle Green Hills, yung marching band doon. So we would always rehearse. Weekends, tapos siyempre may games ang Lasal. Lahat ng games yan, kasama kami, NCAA pa noon eh. NCAA, yeah. Hindi pa
Mm-mm.
UAAP noon eh. NCAA, so yung mga Ateneo, Lasal, mga mga competition yan,
Rivalry.
puro rivalry yan, puro fights yan, yung mga talaga.
Mm-mm.
So, yun yung masaya doon. And then after that, during that time, meron din kaming, besides that school band, meron din kaming rock band namin noong araw. So, yun, tumutugtog kami during that time. Ikaw rin magbubuhat ng instrumento mo, tatayo mo, tutugtog kayo, pabalikin yun, and then papasok ka pa, papasok ka pa. But it was fun during that time, mostly high school. College kasi nagkahiwa-hiwalay na kami barkada. Others went to engineering, others went to other universities kasi nag-medicine sila. Nag-medicine. Yung guitar player namin no high school, puro rock kami eh. Can you imagine mo, rock ganun? Tapos siya yung one of the finest neurosurgeons in the Philippines. Parang director na siya,
Mm.
si Director Roselis was our guitar player. Ako, sabi ko, hindi ako magpapagamot sa iyo. Nalaman ko ano mga nagagawa during high school.
I know, I know.
But high school, best years. College, syempre medyo serious
Mm.
years. But still, yun nga yun, naging professional kami. Napunta kami sa Hotdog, tumutugtog kami, doing all other musical stuff. We were able to balance that, and from school, bisan kadalasan, syempre absent ka na nun dahil may tugtog ka sa hapon, skip ka muna ng class. Ganun lang pero you have to
Mm.
kailangan mag-recover ka doon sa mga na-missed mo na subjects. Come on.
Mm.
Well, yeah. Going back to grade school, well, fun sa Lasal nga. Ang ano dun is study and then play handball. Actually, I got a medal for that too, sa handball. Kasi late at night, ewan ko kung nandun pa yung court, I'm not sure. Handball court?
Wala na yun.
Wala na
Wala
siguro.
na yun. Puro building na lahat.
Anyway, I spent my night there playing handball and basketball. Yung maliit na court doon, yung four-way shooting lang. With Edo Manzano is my batchmate. So kami nila Edo naglalaro doon. And then high school, I agree with Lorrie, that's the best years. Ang daming transitions nangyari, martial law, na nagupitan pa ako noon because they were going to the classrooms, yung mga sundalo, and they were cutting. Pag long hair ka, ikakat ka nila. At saka may banda ako noon, so parang hindi bagay na maiksi ang buhok mo tapos nagbabanda ka. So I got a wig. I was playing with my band, my high school band called Underground Movement. I was wearing a wig for the gigs. So ayun, ang high school was crazy. Crazy because ang daming transitions nga, ang daming nangyayari, living in martial law and being crazy and stupid. You know how it is in high school. So,
High school ka nga pala. High school ka nga pala inabutan ng ano ng martial law. College na kami noon, na first year kami.
first year,
ako
no.
ng
70.
So, for,
Kailan ba yung martial law?
first,
72.
first year, 72. Papasok na ako, nandun na yung mga truck eh.
Ganun ba?
Mga truck na sandalo, papasok na nasan eh. I was going to school, may klase ako noon eh. Oops, di namin alam what was happening eh. So, yun.
Lasal Green Hills.
Ang ano pala, Green Hills ka pala nasa staff na ako. Isa pala Meryl nung during our grade school, there was a 1 year ahead of us. Meron during those times sa grade school, meron mga outings yan and this person, his name is Antonio Anyevas, I think. I forgot. Tony Anyevas. And he got into an accident. He drowned, I think. And the parents to para maalala yung kanya they created this foundation, yung Antonio Anyevas
Montemayor.
awards. So they sa lahat so they had every year starting so they gave out awards, yung meron yung meron sa music, meron sa sports, so lahat may mga awards. The best in school in that batch, that graduating class. So I was the second one in my batch in 68. So I got the award for music. And then Simon also got his yung sumunod siya naman nung gagraduate, and he got that
award
for being the best in music sa school. And I think meron pa rin ngayon noon eh. I don't know kung saan ang grade school ngayon. Hindi ko na alam kung nasaan eh, kasi wala na sa Taft. I don't know if Green Hills still has a grade school sa Lasal Green Hills. I'm not sure.
I think they still have
Bago.
I think they still have grade school there in Green Hills.
It was not just an award for music. Kasi ang AMA Awards is kailangan all around ka. You have to be involved in sports. You have to be good in your grades. You have to be Boy Scout nga ako. Yung kailangan mag-participate ka sa mga activities, extracurricular activities sa eskwela. You have to be well-rounded. Yun ang gusto nilang mga awardees, well-rounded. So hindi lang kami for music. We have to be well-rounded in order to get that award. So
that means you really have a track record of excelling, no? Even in your formative years. I read in this book by Malcolm Gladwell that the Beatles were the Beatles, not just because of sheer talent, but because they had 10,000 hours. And there was those 10,000 hours made them who they are. So I think it's the same for both of you too. I mean, starting from a very young age and all the way until now, maybe you could also share the journey after, not just performing, but now steering other musicians too, directing them, legacy building.
Yeah, masarap magturo. Masarap magturo sa mga bagong mga art, mga talents, lalo na sa local talents dito sa Canada, because mahirap naman maging musikero sa Canada. You have to have another job in order to survive. So, yun nga that's why I'm stressing the point that hey, you got to have a backup when you come to Canada. You have to be educated para maganda ang tayo mo. So, always finish your studies.
Sir Lorrie,
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
also.
Akin, parating I always go back to, sometimes, kasi I don't look at just by myself, my music and stuff, but I always look at the overall thing. What is the Filipino music industry going? Where is it going? It's
Mhm.
going, sometimes nagtatanong tayo, bakit ang Pilipinas? Ba't ang Pilipinas hindi pa tayo makapasa sa Grammy? Wala tayo sa Oscars, pati sa film. But sila, Koreans, they made it. How come Kasi parati tayo, pwede na tayo dyan. Okay na yan eh. Pwede na yan. Ang hilig natin sa ganun eh. Wala yung system. Kailangan you have to go back. O, this year, nakita ko kung saan na naman pumupunta yung mga, hindi nyo nakikita yan eh, but other people, yung mga iba talagang na concerned, they see what's happening. And yun nga sinabi ko, if you destroy the system, pala mangyayari sa atin, kasi we keep on building a better life for us eh. But nakikita ko kasi, yun lang ang parating gusto ko. I want them to succeed. I want them to improve. Kasi paano tayo aabot dun kung ganun-ganun na lang tayo. And ang daming mga involved, hindi lang naman being the musician, but also the producer. Ang dami yan eh. Ang dami yan. And during the pandemic, I was worried about the musicians back home. Ano tutugtog yan eh? Tugtog araw-araw, isang kahig, isang tuka lang yan eh. Saan natutugtog kasi sarado lahat. Wala naman masyadong support from anybody, you know. So yun, inaalala ko yun paano sila magsusurvive yung mga banda-banda. Lalo okay lang yung medyo mas okay yung mga siyempre those who are on top, no? But how about those ordinary bands? Kasi I still rate, kahit na nandito ako sa lugar ko, I always look down dun sa banda nag-uumpisa eh. Yun ang parating gusto kong alalayan and inspire also, no. Yun lang yung overall. So kailangan pagtulungan natin yung mga nandiyan, people hindi in power eh. People who are in seat of influence. If you can influence, kunyari ako, I can still, but there are others who are mas marami mga followers eh. Kailangan sundan mo yung balikan mo yung sistema eh. Not only your career, but the Filipino music industry. Kailangan tingnan mo, kailangan balikan mo yun eh. Kundi walang matitira eh. Akin yun ang pinaka-concern ko.
I'm glad you mentioned that because now there's PISIDA, which is Creative Industries Act, no? And there's a push towards creating an economy out of the industries, not just music, but also film, animation, even fashion. I think you're the perfect people to ask this question. Why is it important to be original? Because there's an active awareness now, and it's being circulated across government, business, and creators, no, to create original content and not just be, service providers. And you guys created original music, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on it.
Let me go first.
Mhm.
I really had this thought in mind. I read it somewhere that if I ask you who the first man on Earth is, you would say Adam, right?
Mhm.
If I ask you who the first astronaut that went to the moon, Neil Armstrong.
Mhm.
Pag tinanong mo, name me the second, the third, wala na, hindi na natatandaan. So that is the value of originality, of being the first.
Mhm.
And yan lagi ang nasa thought ko, process ko na you have to be different. Just like any creative process, kailangan naiiba ka. Naiiba tunog mo, naiiba ang thought process mo. But ang basic dyan, pag nagtuturo ako sa mga bata and even my own children, I only have 5 words to make them remember. Number one is respect, sacrifice, teamwork, which is communication, patience, and the last of it is the most important thing, humility. So, yan ang I'm spreading that to whoever I come into contact or whoever asks for my help in upgrading their skills in music. Yun ang sabi ko, yun ang itanim nyo lang yan. You're gonna be okay. Yeah.
Sa originality, yun nga yung nag-umpisa nung 74 eh. Yung music, pop, I'm talking pop revolution kasi inumpisa namin ng doing original music so bago yung tunog nila. We were not concerned about, ay, bagong kanta yan. Wala, hindi binibili ng tao yun ng araw yun eh. So, we were able to create that, yung interest sa original music. So, ito, bago ito. Yung gano'n. Ang kakaiba na sa original kasi, kailangan, before kasi, Pinoy parati puro kopya. Ang galing, number one Pinoy. Kaya there's the word nung araw, plakado. Pag sinabi, oy, galing ng banda yan, plakado. Because it sounds like the original record. Sounds like the copy. Magaling tayo kopya. Sino ang pinaka number one band, mga banda sa Japan nung 60s and 70s? Pinoy bands. Pinagkakagulan ng mga po dyan. Mas magaling tayo sa Japon. Kasi, pag tumugtog, plaka. Wala, pag you close your eyes and listen, pag yung, sinong Beatles ng araw? Dinosaurs. Pag tumugtog yung bandang Dinosaurs, so you close your eyes, tunog ba, ano yan? Walang mga engineer yan. Yung banda mismo, tutugtog, tunog ganon. So we were always copycats. Wala tayong identity. And we're so proud that, kaya nga yung, I want to go back 50 years, we created that eh. Now we're so proud to have our own originality. Lahat sila sabi, this is an OPM number. Pero kaya kami yung mga skills ng mga banda. Oh, here's another OPM. Oh, we're proud of OPM. Diba? Because now we have an identity. Original yan eh. Original ito. So yun ang importante dun sa kasi kakaiba. Ito pakinggan mo to, iba ito. So, kahit na hindi sa music, sa kailangan, iba yung ginagawa mo. Ikaw ang nangunguna para mapansin ka. And yun ang sinasabi ko, bakit dito sa Amerika? Lahat sila, pag tumugtog sila na, tugtog music nila, tinutugtog nila eh. Pero tayo, pag yung mga artist natin, puro, tinutugtog natin yung music nila. Puro covers halos, and maybe one or two originals. But I've been seeing some other groups and bands na puro kanta nilang tinutugtog. Puro kanila originals. And I'm so proud pag nakikita kong live. Gusto ko parating yung originality nga, yung live, parating kong pinopromote, support live music. Because ba't nangyayari ngayon? Puro -1 na lang, puro tracks na lang. Okay? Medyo ko dun sa, it's okay doing tracks also, but iba yung live music, live performance live performances So, yun, going back to originality, iba yun kasi pag lumabas ka, kakaiba ka. And akin yun yung ginagawa ko parati. That was my secret. When I came out, I had something different. Original. When I came out, it was the first Pinoy disco. Kahit marami hindi maniniwala, pero Awitin Mo was the first Pinoy disco na nag-hit. Kasi nung paglabas ko doon, iba na yung tugtog sa iba na yung tugtog, iba yung tunog doon eh. So every time I come out, it's original. When I came out with original sound, I came out with Rico Puno's Macho Guapito. Iba tunog yung original yan eh. Original composition, iba rin yung tunog. If you compare it, wala namang katunog na iba yun eh. So that will differentiate you from everything else eh. Kaya ang hirap kasi during that time sa airway, sa radio, ang dami tumutugtog yan. So paano pag gumawa ka ng bago, how can you cut through and ayaw mapansin? And that's the key. Iba yung original, not only original music, but original sound. Iba yung tunog mo eh. Diba? Iba
And
yung
music,
tunog mo. So, yun
yeah, music requires
Yeah,
teamwork,
go ahead, Kevin.
like you said, Sermon. So
Yeah.
who has been your favorite collaborator in all the, of the many, talented acts you've worked with? Who stands out in your mind and why?
Collaborators. Ah,
Mm.
kasi nga with Hotdog, it was us, right? And then with Wadab, it was Nonoy Tan and Ray Magtoto. Kaming tatlong gumagawa ng kanta dyan eh. So, yeah, tapos yun nga, sa mga jingles, of course, I collaborate. Sometimes I do my copy, yung copy ng ng ad, yung jingle, and sometimes binabato lang sa yung this is the concept, this is the brief of this commercial. So ikaw na mag-iisip nun. But I was just binanggit kasi ni Lorrie about Rico Puno.
Mm.
He came to Toronto and I played guitar for him. And then there was an interview, actually it's in YouTube, kasi I gifted him with a frame with the Panorama magazine, na cover kami ng Panorama, Rico Puno,
Mm.
Celeste Legaspi, and Hotdog.
Mhm.
And so, pagbigay ko sa kanya, ang laking tuwa niya, sabi niya,
I saw
thank
that
you, Mon.
interview. I saw that interview.
Yeah, thank you, Mon. Kasi binaha yung bahay ko, lahat ng memorabilia ko nawala. Na binaha. And I said, pasalamat siya ng pasalamat. I'm gonna put this in my Corix bar, sabi niya. So sabi ko, I signed it the way we were. Yung kanyang kanta, di ba?
Mm.
So, tapos yung aking copy naman, inano niya, to my first love. Sabi kasi ni Rico noon, Mon, di ko alam kung ano mangyayari kung hindi niyo inumpisahan to. And he was very humble and I was touched na sinabi niya yon. Sabi niya doon sa interview, ito, salamat Kimon, binigyan ako ng memorabilia nito. Ngayon, hindi na tayo kailangan magyabang. It's there. Tayo ang ginamit na Biblia ng mga musikero ngayon. The following musicians, tayo ginamit na Biblia. This is quoted from Rico Puno's interview. So, it's so nice for him to acknowledge na nauna kami, na kami nag-umpisa.
Sir Lorrie?
Ano nga question ulit na wala? Napunta na kay Rico Puno.
Hindi
Like,
kasi binanggit mo si Rico Puno eh.
Who has been your favorite collaborator and why? Or memorable?
Akin, collaborate, wala kasi ako masyadong, I think it's time to, pwede nang sabihin yun. During the time when I was writing Hotdog, writing music, I was disappointed with what's going on with the industry. So I quit writing. I stopped writing. I didn't want to be a songwriter. So I decided I'll just be an arranger. At least when you're a songwriter, when you write a song, baby yun eh. It came out from nothing, nowhere. Yung music na yun, parang binigay lang sa iyo, nandyan eh. At binuo mo. So yun yung foundation, the melody, and if you write lyrics, that's the foundation. Sometimes wala namang harmony yan, there's nothing there. You have parang sila George Canseco, ganyan. Hinaham lang naman niya yan, he doesn't play it, wala namang harmony yan eh. So, pag kinante, pinagawa sa yung song niya, pakinggan mo to, ganun lang bibigay sa iyo yun. And ikaw nang bahala mag-interpret doon. So I didn't, ayoko na sulat doon. And I decided I'll just be an arranger para ako na lang nag-aayos ng foundation. Yun yung foundation mo eh, ng bahay eh. Yung music and lyrics. Ako na lang ang arkitekto. Ako magpapaganda ng bahay mo para matirhan mo. So I decided I'll just be an arranger. So, ang akin ang collaborator ko, lahat ng mga songwriters na nagpagawa na ginawan ko. You know, because pag dumadating naman sa akin yun, hindi naman ganyan ang tunog yan eh. But yun yung I always credit the songwriter eh. The lyricist, I did this, but the music was written by this person and the lyrics was written by kasi sila yung foundation, pinaganda ko lang eh. Ngayon, sila ang aking pinaka-importanting collaborator because of their music. Nagawa ko yung tunog, nagawa ko yung recording, nagawa namin yung hit. So, yun ang pinaka yung mga songwriters that I've arranged. Ang dami nila, marami yun eh. So yun. And I give credit to them kasi silang gumawa ng kanta.
And i-share ko lang because another set of interviewees we have for this podcast is the biggest band right now in the Philippines, and they're called Ben and Ben. Kambal sila, no? And
Yes.
engineering
Idol
graduates sila ng LaSalle. And when they found out that we were also interviewing both of you, their minds were blown, no? Ganun kataas yung tingin nila. And sobrang nagkaroon sila ng moment na deserving ba daw sila na, kasi may episode sila, may episode din kayo, di ba? But I just also want to ask, syempre, what's your wish, no, for the new generation of Lasallians, new generation of musicians, having seen everything through your own life?
Yan, buti nga nabanggit mo yan. That is one of the, nakikita ko lang eh, kasi I haven't seen them perform. Nakikita ko lang sa YouTube, tapos when pinapakinggan ko yung ginagawa nila at saka yung performance nila on stage, sabi ko, eto yun. And alam mo, kahit hindi nila kilala, hindi nila ako kilala personally, I'm so proud of them. Not even, tapos taga-Lasal pa. Pag nakikita ko yun, I'm so proud of, sabi ko, ito ang show, ito ang performance, ito ang mga magagandang kanta na ginagawa nila. This is the way it's supposed to be. And sana yun nga ituloy nyo yung ginagawa nila kasi tapos proteksyonan nyo yung sistema because there's a system in place already. So sundan lang nyo and you take it to wherever you want to go. And sana kung makausap pa sila, sabihin mo, I'm so proud of them. And someday, I wish I could get to meet them. Ako dumating dito, pero nakausap ko lang yung musical director tsaka yung drummer. Pero I'm so proud of them. Dumating dito sa, I had a lunch with them and nagkwento-kwentuhan kami about music. Yung musical director at saka yung drummer ng Bamboo is also one of nakikita ko eh. So sila yung mga ibang nakikita ko na mga bago ngayon na yan, tama
The
yun,
resurgence.
Anak yun ng ni Mel, di ba? Anak ni Mel?
Yung musical director ni
Lasal.
si Ria.
Taga-Lasal
si
yun.
Ria. Oo. So, yun ang I'm very proud pag nakikita ko sila. And yun nga doon naman sa isang side na nakikita ko, ba't kayo dyan nagpupunta? Ito yun eh. And nasa doon sila sa tama. They're on the right path, and keep it up and do better. Kayo na eh, sila na eh. Kami wala nung araw pa kami. Enjoy nyo yung nakalagay dyan and make it better for the upcoming, yung mga sumusunod. May susunod sa iyo yan eh. May mga susunod yan and then yun. And I hope to meet them someday. And
We'll send the message.
Fan ako.
Yeah.
Fan ako nila. I wanna meet them too. Yes.
Ganun talaga yun eh. Dahil, we built so many fans during our time. Ngayon naman kami ang fan ng yung mga upcoming groups like that. Kami yung fan. I mean, we're so proud now that you mentioned Lasal pala yun. Oh, prouder. It's prouder. I just want to get back to your question of favorite collaboration. Kasi he's here right now, Lorrie. He's my favorite collaborator ever since sa Hotdog. When Lorrie does his composition, I play for. Usually kami ni Lorrie sa Hotdog, pag composition ni Lorrie, kami yun eh. Either I play the bass of Panaginip, play all the guitars, even yung nirecord natin si Tito Mina. Yeah, Lorrie and I were involved in that recording. I played the guitar, he did the arrangement and the keyboards. Yun. So si Lorrie, favorite collaborator. I'm lucky to share. Hindi dahil pinsan kita. He's amazing, si Lorrie.
Malaki
Wow.
tip ko na binigay dyan, kaya ganyan.
Nakuha.
Malaki tip ko binigay ko sa kanya.
And I think it's been asked of both of you many times, no? And that's also one of the beauties of being a musician or a composer, is that your music will live on, you know, past your lifetimes. And of course, with the passing of Danny Javier, no? I want to ask, how would you like to be remembered?
Ikaw, Mon.
Mahirap na question niya.
Naging seryoso bigla, no?
Oo, isa lang ang request ko dun sa halimbawa, when the time comes, no? Yung lapid ako sa it will only have the staff. No. It will have the staff and five lines and tapos whole rest. Yun lang ang gusto ko nasa diba? Whole rest. Which means yun nga, I lived through music and now it's time to rest. Yun lang ko, pero how do I want myself to be remembered? It's a very tough question because I've been trying my best to be a good person, and bahala na kayo how you judge me. I'm not into that. Like I just do what I feel is right. To be remembered, yes. Sabi ko nga kay Dennis noon, I wrote an article when he passed away. Sabi ko, now you're back to our first love, our creator. But the music that we create will outlive us. So yun ang sabi ko kay Dennis when before he passed away. Kasi gusto niya mag-reunion ng original members. Sabi ko, yeah, go with it, Dennis. If God permits, it will happen. But it never happened. And may their souls rest in peace.
Sir Lorrie?
Sorry.
Akin, I don't know. Hindi ko maisip kung anong gusto ko. Akin, madalas naman kasi sanay na ako sa Meryl, yung kadalasan nasa background lang ko. People don't know what I do. Para akong yung special operations na sa mga gera, hindi mo alam na ako pala kami tumitira na kaya nananalo. Ganun lang ako. So I don't know if they'll still know me, remember me, but akin lang parati ang gusto ko lang maiwan is sana pagpatuloy niyo yung tama, in the way it should be, because a lot of musicians and composers, older composers, really struggled and tried hard to, kung ano yung meron kayo ngayon, pinaghirapan ng mga not only our generation, but yung mga kwento ng mga matatanda sa akin. Dinala ko yun and so we always try to make it better for us So we have to take care of our industry, our music, our OPM, or yun lang siguro. I just want to be remembered that way, kasi hindi naman nila alam, even in school they didn't know, yung mga nakinabang doon sa free tuition sa school, hindi sila nagbayad. I did that, but nobody knows, so marami akong ginawa ng mga nasa likod lang, hindi na so sanay na ako, kaya pag nawala, basta hindi na ako maalala naman. So di ba, yun lang. And even when Danny passed away, I was the last one there. I mean, hinabol ko yung ano, I don't know if you remember yung huling kanta na ginawa niya. I did
Yeah,
that.
Danny Javier. Yeah.
Hinabol ko sa kanya. Oh, on his deathbed, kailangan makarating sa kanya yun. Pinadala ko kagad sa mga kapatid niya. So that he'll hear it the way he should. I mean, maybe gumawa ng ano, it's maganda naman yung ginawa, pero alam ko hindi yun yung ano, because I'm so familiar with his songwriting, the way he writes songs eh. Kasi ako gumawa ng mga doobie-doo niya, Prinsesa, and so alam ko how his writing style is. So hinabol ko yon on his deathbed. At least nadinig niya yon, and you know, may pabakon ako sa kanya. So yun. Ano muna iano ko muna yung ano, siyempre Lasal, no? Lasalians. Pero sanay kami Lasalites.
Lasalites back then.
Papakita ko lang na Lasal. May yung earpiece ko. Anong kulay niyan?
Oh, green and white.
So yung kami mga loyal Lasalians.
Do you still
kami
know
talaga.
the
We
alma
will die
mater
for our
hymn,
school.
the alma mater song?
Hail,
Of course.
hail.
Do you want to sing it?
course.
I mean, just for.
Hindi na ako at saka yung proof na Lasalian ka, Lasalista ka. Tanong mo kay Edo Manzano, alam din niya yun. Alam mo ba kung anong proof?
Ano yung proof? Ano yung proof?
Sino ba nandito si Max, ba Lasal din?
Yeah, all of us are. Even,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all of us in this Zoom.
Pero hindi lahat kayo? Lahat kayo. So, anong proof na talagang Lasalista, Lasalian ka?
Ano?
Mahirap 'yon. Ha?
Serious.
Rosary. Ha?
Rosary.
Ano yun? May rosary kami parati. Tanong mo si Edo Manzano. Meron yan. Si Edo Manzano, kaklasiko yan eh. Medyo naiwan lang isang hindi siya nakatapos, kaya naiwan, naging kaklase ni Mon.
Really?
Pero,
Hindi ko alam yun, ha? First time ko nalaman yun.
Si Eddie Manzano at saka si Butch Elizalde, kabatch ko yan. And naiwan lang sila isang taon.
Pati
Kaya
si Butch.
Really?
News to me.
Yes.
Pero kung sa bagay, maraming dropouts akong kaklase nung third year high school.
Si Edu.
Yan.
So, yun. Loyal kami before, lalo na yung mga generations before us. Pakikipagpatayan yan for their school. You know, and even now, I remember, ano nga ba ito, there was a time na para nagpatulong uli, siguro, nagpatulong sila dun sa band, I don't know what, tinulungan ko sila kasi gusto nilang buhayin uli for the UAAP games and stuff. So, medyo tinulungan ko naman sila. I don't know kung meron pa mga banda-banda sa mga games. Sana meron.
When was the
Saka
last
libre
time you
tuition
saw
nila.
each other face to face?
Si Lorrie?
Two of you.
Kami?
Oo. Kayong dalawa.
Ito, recently lang, when I went to Canada, kasi meron kaming wedding na in-attend. Sandali lang, we just hanged out for a bit. Yun. Pero kung tugtugan, kinuha ko si Mon, and I had him help me put together a band. When Patty Austin had a show there, she asked me to be her musical director. So we went. So kinuha ko mga Canadians. So yun yung last na tugtugan namin. Meron din isa si Piolo Pascual, I think. Yeah.
Piolo, Vice
Once in a while
Ganda.
we get
And next year is your 50th anniversary. Do you have plans of...
50th.
Mhm.
Wala naman, akin ang pinaka-ano ko lang is I just want to recall. Gusto ko lang i-put out na, you know, yung music, not only Hotdog, the 50 years of Hotdog, but yun nga yun, the bigger picture of yung origin. It started, what you have now of your OPM, it started in
50 years of
50 years
OPM.
ago.
Yeah, wow.
Kaya I don't know how to call it. That's what I've been trying to ask Mon. Because it's not 50 years of OPM, because naging OPM yan nung nag-78 na eh. It was Manila Sound eh. And you can say 50 years of Manila Sound because it stopped yung term na yun, nawala na nung 78, 79. Naging OPM na.
But the fact is,
but hindi naman sila masyado.
Oh, sige.
Hindi naman masyadong concerned during that time, hindi naman concerned sa OPM. Basta it was just a stamp on the record that Danny coined. Para ito sigurado, pag binili mo, siguradong maganda ito. OPM to. It was only after na real, uy, OPM, original music. Parang so, everybody's into OPM. Parang very proud ka na of singing original music. Original Filipino music.
I-brainstorm na yan. But I think pwede. 50 years. Oo. I think
Kasi
it counts.
I don't know.
Manila Sound really
I don't
started
know what to call it.
50 years ago. Ngayon, ang pag sinabi mong Manila Sound, there's some artists na belonging to that genre. But kung hindi kami OPM, kasi when you refer to Hotdog, you refer to OPM as well, right? So which means
Exactly.
it's really a change in name na nangyari, but actually OPM, the pop started
1974.
1974, yeah.
Yeah.
74. So 73 kami nag-start actually when we recorded Miss Universe. 73 yun. That's why we can call it 50 years from
Wow.
our time.
Mm-mm.
So, ayun. And tawa ako, pinakita ni Lorrie yung earpiece niya na green. There is one, probably this is my last, kasi nabasa ko to and it's stuck to my head. Sabing ganon, always remain green. Because the moment you change your color, you start to rot. Di ba? Kailangan fresh ka lagi eh. Kailangan green.
Mga iniwan natin hanggang ngayon yata kinakanta pa nyo eh. Yung cheer nyo sa Lasal. Yung may chant yan eh.
Practical.
Whoa.
Oh,
Hindi no, yung whoa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was the one who taught that in school. Ako nagbigay nun sa school eh.
Wow.
Alam mo kung saan nanggaling yon, yung chant na yon, yung
Saan?
chant ng Lasal, even up to now yata. Saan yun? Sa Woodstock yun eh.
Sa Woodstock. Yeah.
Yung Woodstock yun, yung chant ng Woodstock yun eh. Tinuro ko sa Lasal, yung wanna get higher and stuff. Because I was really involved dun sa yung sa band, yung ano. So yun yung mga naiwan ko. It's cool that they're still using.
When
So,
was
kami
the
dyan-
last time you
Knowing
went
na.
to LaSalle or visited the campus?
Ako matagal na, siguro 25 years. Yun nga yung nagpatulong sila nang pumunta ako dun sa yun nga nagpapatulong sila to put up the band again for UAAP. I don't know what happened to that. I asked around yung tuition yung free tuition. Parang they ended it sayang naman. Pero alam ko sila Mel Villena, sila some other they were able to take advantage of the tuition being a member of the LaSalle Green Hills Band. Yun. Yun lang. Hindi dagdag lang pahabol. Paalala ko lang na nalilimutan.
That was nice. That was pretty cool. We'll definitely include that. And that's the end of our podcast. Thank you so much to Sir Mon and Sir Lorrie, purveyors of original Pinoy music, formerly known as Manila Sound, but definitely something that we can enjoy today and all the years to come. Thank you so much, and we look
My
forward
pleasure.
to hearing more from you, hopefully, in the 50th year of your music. So, good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Bye.
Give love with Lasallian Giving. Lasallian Giving is a new online donation facility that calls us to spread love for our Lasallian mission. Please visit the Lasallian Giving portal to donate via e-wallet or online banking, or go to any of our over-the-counter payment centers to support dlsu. Lasallian friends and alumni may donate any amount to the following projects and campaigns: scholarships for Lasallian Legacy Fund, sports, culture and arts, infrastructure and facilities, this podcast, and Santuario de la Salle. Leave a legacy, strengthen our animo. Give now at www.dlsu.edu.ph/give.